So, welcome back to part 2 of Yoshimitsu's defense triangle. Today we're going to talk about 3 different moves, because the first move I'm going to cover got already covered from other people, so I'm just going to take a brief look at it and then show you 2 different moves. The first move, or moves, is back 3-3 and back 4-4. These are his spin moves. They have 14 frame startup, and they're kind of like sidestep evasion moves. Back 3 spins to the left and back 4 spins to the right. These moves take a little bit of health from you, which is kind of good because you can put yourself into rage if you're low on life, and that is something actually pretty decent. I'm going to show you now different situations where you can use the spins. The first situation is when you're at -9 after, for example, a blocked up for 4. At this state, you can still evade moves that are 11 frames or slower, but you cannot avoid jabs. Jabs will beat you before the spins even start up. So keep that in mind, but at -9 you still have your Kicho parry, of course. The next situation we're going to put ourselves into is after a blocked down for 2, which is -6 to -7. And on -6 to -7 you can evade jabs, and of course still 12 frame mids, 15 frame mids, and the rest of the stuff. Keep in mind, it's good if you know which is the weak side of the enemy character, so you know which side is better to spin. For instance, if you're playing against a Mishima, you want to spin to the left, of course. Not to note that you will always lose to homings if you spin. That should be like logical. The next thing, although, is that in this game and in the games before, the first spin, as you can maybe see, has a little bit of a delayed recovery. So this is not too strong, as you can see at the color from Yoshimitsu. He kind of needs a little bit to get his attack out. I'm just mashing it. If you press forward, although, you can see that Yoshimitsu does a little twitch. This cancels the recovery, so you can input your moves faster and you can punish people way better with this technique than if you would not do it. There are even instances where, like Dragonov's 1-1-3, where you can, if you don't cancel, you can just jab punish it, because you can spin out the second and the third move of the safe string. But if you cancel this, you can even launch them with flash on the third hit, which is crazy. A safe string, just to note. I will give you a little example if my opponent does it. As you can see, you can punish me pretty easily if you do it like this. Yeah, I think that was everything about the spin moves. The next move we're gonna talk about is his 4-3, his version of the Matterhorn, which has a 32 frame startup, if I remember correctly, and it's a mid. What is very good about this move is that it looks way more punishable than it is. It is only -12. I can remember any Matterhorn in this game that is only -12. And a lot of people will try to, punish you heavily for it, launch punish you, and sometimes if you're playing, for instance, against a beer player who think this is launch punishable, you can punish their attempt to punish you, which is very nice, always very nice. These moves crushes highs consistently, immediately, always, almost. Sometimes you're gonna get caught by jabs, but this is very inconsistent, and it even crushes mids, but only deep into the animation, like after 14 to 16 frames into the animation. I'm gonna give you a little example on how this move works and show you how inconsistent it is with the jabs. So after this you had -9. As you can see, sometimes my jabs will hit him and sometimes they won't, which is very unreliable for you, That's why I wouldn't always do it. But of course, there are better situations to use this move. At -9, you shouldn't always think about doing something. It's just an example. For instance, if you do this move and you do a Roo kick afterwards, it will always crush. So this is like your Hail Mary kind of comeback move if you really, really want the damage. And in Season 2 it got buffed. It now hits AOP, which is good, which is very good. And the last move is a very obscure move. It is his windmill, his sword windmill, which is done by 1+2+3. It has an 18 to 21 startup, and it is kind of strange move. It does no damage. On hit, it is, I think, +2 to 3. On block, it's 0. But on counter hit, this move gives +16 to 17. That means that in the open, you get a free back to 2. It doesn't show it as a combo, but I'm gonna immediately show it that that actually is a natural combo. You cannot block the second hit. So I'm gonna get hit by this, hold back, as you can see in the command history, but I'm still gonna get hit, even if I press a lot of back. This is unavoidable. Now I'm gonna show you that this move actually at the wall gives a free down to 1 if you're not a scrub like me. Which means that you get a free 40 damage wall splat, which is great. And now the last two things and the most important things about this move. First of all, you get a free rage drive. And this is not hard. If you counter hit this, you get always your free rage drive. Doesn't matter if you have your sword out or not, which will give you, I think it's 38 damage. I'm not sure because now my... Oh yeah, rage of course. 42 damage. And that is very easy to do actually, and the easy way to get a launch off of this in the open. This is the reason why I started using this move. It shouldn't be used up close, but as a keep out tool, it is very good. It is very, very good. And the last thing for the for the gangsters is that, of course, Yoshimitsu players know that you have a crouch dash 1, which is 16 to 17 frames. So if you input this perfectly, you get a free crouch dash 1 in the open. iMusician does it all the time. But yeah, I wouldn't attempt this online, only if you're really, really good at it. It is kind of a toned jet upper thing. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't attempt it online, only if you really, really put the time into it. But there's a trick to it. If you input this move and you press back, and you press the crouch dash 1 immediately afterwards, I don't know if this recovers faster then, but I only hit it when I do it like this. And I did hit it in actually matches. It's just very, very hard to do. And if they block it, they launch you. So you really have to know that you're gonna hit it. But if you press back, as you can see, maybe Yoshimitsu doesn't turn off blue. That means that I'm doing it right. Yeah, you get a free launch in the open. I hope you're satisfied now. And it would be nice if you leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I'm normally not asking for this, but this is the first time I'm doing kind of like a series, like a mini series. And I want to see if people enjoying this kind of stuff, because I can do this on offense, on Oki, on everything if you're enjoying it. But if people not enjoy it, of course I will start doing mystery Gosus or upload my boring ranked matches, this kind of stuff. So it would be nice if you tell me if you're interested and leave a like or a comment or tell me something that you want to see. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this time my mic was on, because I already did this 2 times and my fucking mic was every time off. Yeah. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.